everyone, it's Nisha. So today, oh, that sounded very official, like I was about to read news. I hate intros, that's like the worst thing. Yes, it's me. And as you can tell from the title, we're going to talk about drugstore products, which I've been quite obsessed about lately. And I think drugstore products are getting so much better. Like a few years back, I wouldn't dream of buying a drugstore foundation, never. And they were not that good a few years ago. Then when they started getting a bit better, the color choice was rubbish and the tones of it, so I could never find anything that would suit me. But I would say in the last year or couple of years, I found quite a few drugstore foundations that I really enjoy. So what I will do today, I'll talk to you about a few bits that I got from drugstore that I really like and enjoy, and then we will have a chat. I haven't bought many drugstore products for a long time, and I mostly have high-end stuff, and I would buy now and again drugstore stuff. Well, lately it's been just drugstore, and I do love high-end stuff. I love the packaging, and there are high-end products that are definitely worth the money, definitely, but there is so many that are not. And drugstore is getting so good now, and I got this one because of Lauren Curtis. You know, she's the beautiful young Australian, very popular here on YouTube, and she's been raving about the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And at first I thought, because I think I've tried the L'Oreal Lumi and I didn't like it, and at first I thought, yes, of course you're gonna like it, you're 20 something, any foundation would look good on you. But the way she explained what this foundation did, how lovely it looked on your face, and you could build up the coverage without looking cakey and all that, I thought I'd give it a try. So I bought this one, and she had the 4W, and I'm glad I didn't just order it. I went to the shop and I looked, because the 4 would be too dark, so I got the 3W, which is called Golden Beige, and W stands for warm, so they are more in a yellow. They do, I think, neutrals as well, and cool. The only thing I don't understand, this one says 3D/3W. So I don't know what the D stands for there. I haven't used it for that long yet, but the first impressions, I really like it. I have it on today. So if you want, I might do a review of it, like I will apply it and see how it wears throughout the day. But first impressions, I really like it. Okay, another thing from L'Oreal that I tried is the Brow Artist Plumper, and this one is in light medium, and it is a bit like the Benefit Gimme Brow. It's got little brush. I think the Gimme Brow is a bit smaller, but this is longer, obviously much bigger tube. I really like it. The only problem is this color is too warm for me. It's so, I don't know, it's too light and too warm. It's okay for like the front of my brow, I suppose. I haven't tried the dark one, so they do this one, which is light medium, then they do medium dark, I think, and clear. I haven't tried the medium dark, it looks quite dark. I just wish they had more colors, because this is really good. I really like it. I'm sure I've read somewhere that it has a bit of fibers in it, and obviously color, and the gel, and the gel really stays. I mean, when it dries, your brows stay where they are. So the only problem with this, I've got the color, so I might try the darker one, but I think for drugstore stuff it's very similar to the Gimme Brow, if not better. I never felt that Gimme Brow actually kept my eyebrows in place. This does. Once it dries, they stay in place. So this is really good. I would recommend to try that. Now NYX. So NYX is still not very easily available in the UK. Well, you can get it online, and apparently Boots is carrying NYX now, but not every Boots, because mine is quite small and I didn't see it there, which is a shame, because NYX has such an array of colours in every category that it would be nice to swatch it, to actually go and swatch it. So what I do, which I do with a lot of stuff when I'm trying to choose something online, I go to Google, but Google Images. This is another brilliant thing to go for swatches. You just go to Google Images and say, I don't know, NYX butter gloss swatches, and there will be hundreds of pictures with swatches. So that's how I try to choose. But you know, it's still not exactly true to life color, because you know, everybody takes the picture with different lighting, different camera, so you have to look at few of the same color to make your mind up. Anyway, I wanted to really try the Angel Veil, which is a primer, and I've heard someone saying that this is very similar and does very similar thing to the Hourglass Mineral Veil primer. I've never had that one. There is no way I would ever spend that much money on primer. In fact, I don't use primers much. I never really feel that they make that much difference to my makeup or to my skin. So I've tried a few, but I'm not big on primers. But everybody was raving about that one. So this is Skin Perfecting Primer, oil-free. Okay, so the thing to remember is this thing doesn't promise to keep you oil-free. It just says, treat your skin to this ultra velvety oil-free primer. Feels lighter than a cloud and leaves skin looking and feeling divine. And it is beautiful. It is like a white cream, okay, and it does feel tiny bit silicone-y, but not like the Smashbox primers, nothing like that. And it sort of not mattifies, but blurs. It's got like blurring properties, and it does fill the pores a bit. I've got like massive pore, open pore somewhere here. It's like a crater, but if I rub that in, that almost like fills it in, you know. So I have been really enjoying it. The makeup goes on really lovely on it. I don't think this is going to keep you oil free, because for a while I've been using it with I think it's the L'Oreal Infallible, the long lasting foundation, which is matte anyway. So my makeup looked lovely all day with this. But yesterday, I think I've used this with, I think it was the NARS foundation, NARS mixed with Guerlain, doesn't matter, but I used it with high-end foundations and I was very oily. I don't think it's fault, this primer's fault, it was just the foundations. So yeah, this is not going to keep you oily. So if you are very oily, that might smooth your skin but won't keep you oil free. They have few other primers, and there is one for keeping you oil free, but I'm really enjoying that. Okay, two other things that are nothing new are the butter glosses. And you know what, I don't think people say they smell gorgeous. They smell nice, but it's not very strong, and I think they it's a high shine, you know, they standard lip glosses smell much better. I love those. But this to me is more than a gloss. It's a bit like a sheer liquid lipstick. There is very moisturizing, goes on really easy and quickly, and to me this is not a must. But it is better than buying high-end, because a lot of high-end, that type of glosses are so much more expensive and don't do anything different. But I love these because these are, for me, good to keep in my handbag, in my car, when I just want to throw something on my lips. You know, I get in a car, I notice, oh, I've eaten my lipstick and I don't want to be going with the lip liner and all lips and gloss. This is so easy to just throw on and give you some color and shine and make your lips look nice, fresh and juicy. So I got two, of course, because I always go for nudes. This is the Fortune Cookie, and I will swatch it for you, although you've probably seen it. This is very, do you know what that reminds me of a bit? Nice Turkish Delight. So that's the Fortune Cookie. They are so creamy, they are not sticky. That's the good thing. They are not sticky, they are just creamy. And the second one, which I knew I would like, is Angel Food Cake. And this is a bit of a mauvey color, and I like that. That just gives you really natural lip, you know, your lip better. So this is Angel Food Cake. I don't know how the swatches are coming out. So yeah, I really like them. To be honest, I thought the NYX was a bit cheaper than it is. I think in the US this is much cheaper. Like for example, this tiny primer I think is £10 or £12. 12 I think. Well, I don't think that's really cheap for drugstore. But yeah, it will last you a long time. So NYX is not that cheap. I thought NYX was more like Elf, because Elf is quite cheap here, although still probably more expensive than in the US. Everything is more expensive here than in the US. Okay, then I got Glam Liner AquaLuxe, and this is waterproof eyeliner, and they come in different finishes, colors, sparkles, and I got one in, oh there it is, in Glam Pink. Okay, so this is just a normal liquid liner, but this is like a very light, beautiful, glittery pink. So nice. So I bought this for not so much doing liner, although I could do it underneath. I bought it for, you know, I bought not long ago the collection silver glitter liner and a black one. I do it for when I want to have that pop of sparkle, so I could put that on just all over my lid. And this one is not overly glittery, it almost gives you more of a shimmer than glitter. Can you see that? And that just gives me that pop of color. You know, I told you I like to use these glittery liners just for that, instead of glitter or pigment. You know, it's just less messy, and you see it gives me that subtle shimmer. It is not the best quality liner if you were going to use it just as a line. The coverage is a bit patchy, but not too bad. For what I wanted it to do, is perfect. Next liner I've ordered is the white liquid liner. Why? Because of course everybody needs white liquid liner. I don't know why. I just thought it's basically Tipex. It is a very good white liner, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've seen some people doing like white line above the black line. This was just spur of the moment thing. I'm sure I will find use for it somewhere, someday, but you don't have to have that. But it is a very, very good with a lovely opaque finish liner. Then I got the Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. That is a long name, but I think they just called Slide On eyeliners, and they come in different colors as well, and I really fancied that one. And this one is called Pretty Violet, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It glides on and stays on all day. So in my first car vlog, I think I was telling you and trying to show you, but it wasn't really showing. I was wearing that on my eyes, and I loved it. Loved that look because it really made my eyes pop. It like brightened my eyes. So I might get different colors. So if you like experimenting or using colored pencils, you know, the most well known, I suppose, is the Urban Decay 24/7 pencils, but they are £15.50 on Urban Decay website. NYX, I can see here on Very, it's £8.99. In Boots is £5. In Filunique.com £5. So you could buy three NYX pencils for just one Urban Decay. And I love, there's nothing wrong with Urban Decay, but I think these ones are as good. Okay, what else? Rimmel. Let's go to Rimmel. I obviously had to go and check out the Kate Nude Lipsticks, and I don't know how many, they all come in this like really light peachy cases with Kate on it, and I've got number 45 and 40. There was another one that was a bit too peachy for me, so I didn't get that one, but I don't know if there is more of them than just 3. They had only 3 when I looked. So 40 is very light. 40 is almost like Max Myth, but I can make it work with, you know, just filling my lips with a lip liner and then go over with this. I love those Rimmel lipsticks. The smell, if you don't like smell, you won't like it, but they smell so gorgeous. It's such a pleasure, and they are very good quality. So this is number 40. As you can see, it's very, very pale. On your lips, it looks even more pale, because if you imagine, my hands are probably paler than my lips. So that's number 40. And number 45 is almost, it looks quite dark in a tube. It looks like it would be more brownie, but it is almost the color of my lips. It is darker. There it is. That's number 45. I love this one. This one is gorgeous, and the smell of them is amazing. It's just like MAC lipsticks, really. So again, I think these are very similar to MAC lipsticks, the cream sheens, and they are a fraction of the price. Anything between £5.50. These lipsticks, £5.50, which obviously MAC lipsticks are, I think, 12 right now, £12. So these I will always recommend. I have a couple more of Kate lipsticks, and I really, really like them. And the last thing from Rimmel I bought is All My Gloss. Love it. And this one is in color something Pear Glossy Cat. I had that one before, you might remember, but I gave it to my sister in Poland, and when she was putting it on, I thought, I want it back. I really like it. And I've always liked it, but I thought she would appreciate it. It's sort of her color, but it's so nice to see on someone else. You you see it, you know, different way, I think, on someone else than yourself. So I went and bought another one, and I absolutely love it. Smells a bit perfumey. It doesn't smell like the lipsticks, but it doesn't bother me. But it is again beautiful nudie mauve color, and it's not sticky. Again, it's creamy, and it looks gorgeous on the lips. It has a bit of coverage, so you can wear it just with a lip liner. Love this one, and they do quite a few colors. I would strongly recommend those. Now, the star of the show. Ta-da! When I saw this, I almost peed myself. So this is Makeup Revolution London. I think they've made their way to US now. You can get it in US, and it is drugstore makeup at incredible prices, and good quality for drugstore at that price. I have some of the 12, I think, palettes. I've shown you I had the dupes for Urban Decay Nakeds, and the iconic 3, I think, which was the dupe for the Naked 3, was amazing. I also had the dupe for the chocolate palette. They were very good. So when I saw this is 144 eyeshadows, and this was in Superdrug, and at the moment it is half price. So this palette costs £10. Even if you don't use half of these shadows, it is still worth it. I haven't tried them all yet. I've got them all on my, not all of them obviously, but my makeup is done with them. I don't know, it is just something that if you're a makeup junkie, when you look at this, it's like being in heaven. And I wouldn't probably buy like the Urban Decay Vice palette because it's very expensive and there are some crazy colors in it, which I probably wouldn't use very often. Here I've got plenty of crazy colors, but I also have plenty of nudes and warm, cold, neutrals, everything you want, every color you would want is in here. Now, when it comes to quality, it's a bit of a hit and miss. So I don't know if the formula is exactly the same as in the smaller palettes, because sometimes you find that with those companies that the smaller palettes are wonderful, but once they put it all in huge palette, the quality is not so good. What I've noticed that the matte eyeshadows are actually very good quality, which is surprising because I think matte eyeshadows are the most difficult to make good. And this is drugstore. But some of the shimmery eyeshadows are a bit patchy. So I have, I don't know, probably about 10 different eyeshadows on my eyes from this palette because it was first time I was using it and I just didn't know what to do with myself. So I've noticed that some of them were hit and miss. So for example, this matte one, which is just a beige one, is very good. Let me just stick my hand in some mattes to see how. Yeah, they feel very battery and very pigmented. That's another one, lovely purple. Yeah. Where is another matte? Let's do some crazy color like this purple. That's not so pigmented, the lighter one. That wasn't. Let me now do some sparkly ones. And you stick your finger in it and it feels quite battery, but quite patchy. There are some of the sparkly ones that are good, like this one for example, and this is like a really bright cranberry. I have a bit of that one on my eyes, so this one is gorgeous. This one is gorgeous. Okay, let's see this one. Yeah, that's good. But the lighter ones, like the really dark, I've got that one on as well, which is very good pigmentation. So these are quite good, the darker, sparkly, shimmery, pearly ones. But the lighter ones, you know, when I always pack on the lighter colour, I couldn't really get much. They seem to swatch okay. But when I put them on my eye, I wasn't getting that much pigmentation. I had to go over it on and on. So as long as you know that they are a bit hit and miss, but come on, this is £10 for 144 eyeshadows. So what's that? Not even a penny per eyeshadows. If you new to makeup and you can't afford all the different cool, warm, neutral, different palettes from high end, you should seriously buy it. Or for, you know, teenager who is starting in makeup, this is really good. I am going to enjoy it because I can create so many looks, and I have some of those crazy colors which I sometimes feel like playing with, but I don't want to spend money on expensive crazy colors like Urban Decay because I know I'm not going to use it enough. So I think this is a fabulous Christmas present actually for that price. So that was my drugstore haul, and now let's have a little chat. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you for your comments on my vlogs. I see you really enjoy them, which makes me happy. I won't be doing that many because I don't go that often to interesting places, and if I just want to have a chat with you, I can chat from here. I don't have to get in the car. Also, I need to get something better to hold my... I do it with my phone, with my Android. I've got Galaxy S5. I do it with that. But I need something better to hold it really. As you know, it's fallen off a few times. Snapchat. So I am on Snapchat now. I'm everywhere. Okay, you can't get rid of me. Wherever you turn around, I'm there. You go on YouTube, I'm there. You go on Twitter, I'm there. You go on Instagram, I'm there. Periscope, I'll be there. And now Snapchat. So I'm watching you from every platform, just not Facebook. And I have a Facebook account, but it's just for my family and close friends. Facebook is quite good to remind you whose birthday it is though. Okay, so yes, I'm on Snapchat now. I think it is a lot of fun once Max shown me what to do. It's not as difficult as I first thought. I suppose everything is difficult when you've never used it. But yeah, it is quite fun and quick thing to do. Periscope. Periscope, I've realized after watching few streams, is more for promoting your business. Okay, so yes, I can go on there and say, hi, I've got a YouTube channel, come and check me out or whatever. But what I really like it for, it is probably the only platform where you can interact live. So while I'm on it, people come and watch me, and you can type your comments and we can chat that way. So I probably won't be on there too often because it's difficult with the time zones as well. And you know, you see me here a lot, so what will I be talking about there? But it's nice to interact with you live now and again. So I will go on it now and again, and maybe before I do it, maybe I post something on Instagram letting you know that I'm gonna be on it at a certain time. I don't know. But yeah, Snapchat is quite fun, quick. I love this story throughout the day, that you can make this little story of what you've been doing. Okay, I have become an expert at blocking people on different platforms. So last week I've been called bitch twice by two different people. One was here on YouTube and one was on Instagram. So I immediately blocked these people. Believe me, it does not upset me anymore. I feel sorry for them. I just don't want to give them more exposure and time. I don't want anybody else reading it. I don't want anybody to reply to it, because that's what they want. So I just block and forget and move on. Things like that happen on Snapchat. That's the only problem with Snapchat. You can't really go onto profile of those people that are following you to check who they are. But if you watch their stories and you think, I'm not interested in that, like I got a picture, because you can also send like a private picture to a person, and I had a picture of a man in his bed, just in his pants, and I thought, well, I'm not interested in that, so I blocked him. Then I got a private message on Snapchat from obviously a man, asking if I want to swap nude pictures with him. So of course I blocked him as well, because no, I do not want to swap nude pictures with anybody. So you've got that, but it's so great that you can block these people, and you can get rid of all that. Even on Periscope, when you get trolls everywhere and you start getting people commenting and saying some stupid things, like, and you can immediately click on their name and block them. So I had to do that this week, but you know, that's fine. I am expert at it now. So yeah, social media is wonderful, but it can be really bad. So we can use it to our advantage, but it can be used to tear us down and upset people. But you know, no one holds a gun to our head and tells us to watch and read all these things. We make our own choices, and like I've always said, if something upsets you, you don't like it, just don't watch it. Don't watch it, forget about it. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.